Okay, I'm gonna get started painting this. If my cat doesn't knock over my camera stand. I'm gonna get started painting this today. It's a little warm. I'm gonna see what I can get done. Got my husband to move the camper away from this side. I'll start on the shady side. Hopefully the bugs leave me alone. I know I'm doing the Lucille Ball hairdo today, except my hair is not red. So, come on. First, I gotta get this glass cleaned up. For easy cleanup, I always put my paint tray inside of a plastic bag. There is some paint on it because sometimes I get holes in it. But it's also, if you don't plan on finishing, you can wrap it over top and keep your paint wet. Happens to be one of those weeks where things just don't work out very well. It's rained or it's been super hot. I painted this side, it was 95 degrees out, and I had to take several breaks because you don't want to overheat. And I'm not complaining because we really needed the rain. But I went to Home Depot, got 2 gallons of this paint, and she said it would take 2 gallons to do the whole shed. This is 1 gallon for this whole side. I told her it'd probably take two coats. I ended up buying 2 more gallons. I'm only going to put 1 coat on it. I kind of like how the grain shows through it. Kind of gives it an aged look. And I wanted to have this whole shed painted for this week's video, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to work on some storage. These were valances out of the kids' room. I painted them yellow. I made them when we first built the house, but I'm going to repurpose them. I'm going to, well, I've already painted them. I'm going to put a board on the back, and I'm going to turn them this way and use them for storage shelving in the shed. "35.5 inches. Let's go to my stash. Well, this piece of wood, I know it came off of an old door out of the old house. It was a tongue and groove, but I think it'll work just fine. love it when I get my measurements right the first time. Before we get to that, I wanted to show you, I don't know if you can see these water barrels here. Actually, they had bleach and soap in them, and I want to turn them into a rain catchment. And I need to paint them black and get some tubing and gutters and downspouts, so that'll be a little while or another project. This is one of them put up. I would have shown you, but I was having a difficult time getting the screws in, and I forgot to turn on the camera. I bought these little bins to go in it, but they're too wide, so I've got an idea with a closet rod down there and hanging them because they've got the little handles on the back. So I'll show you that when I get it up. Okay, I've cut a few pieces of scrap wood down to make cleats to make a shelving unit for a drawer that's down further. I'm going to use some scrap tongue and groove pieces that I have left over from another project, and it's just going to be a simple shelf so I can have some storage in those cubbies that doesn't have the drawers. I'm going to build them outside first before I put it in because it's hard to work on inside there. But I'm going to drill some pilot holes so that it'll be easier to get in once I get it all together. And I don't split the wood. If you've got a thin piece of wood, you want to drill pilot holes first so you don't split your wood. Okay, I want to go over what I got done. I got a little shelf up there with tins for storage of little screws and nuts and things. I repurposed the valance and got it one of them put up for storage. A closet rod pole for these little bins to hang on to. They got a little handle on the back. I made a cubby here where one of the drawers is missing. A door which I got to put a latch on. And another little cubby. And this one I haven't put up because I need to do something with the insulation back there. I don't want to take it down. I mean, it's not really serving much of a purpose since not all the walls are insulated. We started to, but that's as far as that got. So I will see you next week. I wanted to add a couple tips. You can see this screw. I was having a hard time getting it driven in, and I should have went inside and got some soap. If you rub soap or wax on the side of a screw that you're having a hard time driving through the wood, it decreases the surface tension and makes it easier. Another tip is, if you don't have a drill bit and you want to hammer a nail into the edge of the wood, if you nip off the edge of the nail, be sure and wear safety glasses. It rips the wood rather than pressing it outwards, and you're less likely to split it. Have a nice week.